Alright everybody, I am super excited. We worked through the OneNote problems yesterday and we were able to figure out why people were not logging in. So from now on, we're not going to go through Schoology. When we have our warm-ups and our vocabulary, we're going to go through OneNote. So I'm going to show you that now. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google and we'll go through OneNote. You'll click on the first one that pops up. And then once it pops up, it may prompt you to sign in. But once you are signed in, you're going to go to Class Notebooks. And then you're going to find the notebook that says Integrated Language Arts 8. And then once you're in, now remember I have everybody in here, you're going to find your name. You're going to go to your warm-ups and you'll click on your warm-up page. And then remember, under Monday, you'll put yesterday's date, 9/28, and then you should have your answer. And then today is Tuesday, it's 9/29, and you'll write your answer here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up your warm-up question for you to answer. So your warm-up today is, what are the main differences between print and non-print text or videos? So take a minute. Remember, complete sentences. Your warm-ups are graded at the end of the week. It's 5 easy points, a point for each day that you have written in complete sentences. So again, take a moment, go ahead and put your answer down on OneNote. All right, for sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Remember, you can pause this video. So for vocab today, we don't have anything in our OneNote binder. Unlike yesterday where we had our root for your model, we're just going to go through some sentences. We're going to predict some meanings based on context clues. So I've got 3 sentences for you based on the context of the sentence and your knowledge of the root trib, meaning give. You're going to predict what the word means. So the first sentence says, naturally, most large rivers have many small tributaries flowing into them, which is why it makes them as big as they are. Remember, you don't have anything to write this down on. I just want you to think about it. So take a few seconds to think about what that word tributaries might mean. All right, if you said that a tributary is a small water source that feeds into a larger river, you are correct. Because remember, that root trib means give, okay? And the sentence is saying that most large rivers have a smaller tributary flowing into them. So that tributary is giving more water, which makes the river bigger. All right, second sentence. The distributor felt inclined to give the restaurant a free bag of fries due to the mishap in shipping last week. That word distributor, what do you think that means? All right, if you said a distributor is somebody who provides items or gives items to businesses, you are correct. Remember that root trib? This time it's in the middle of the sentence. It means give. In that context, they're talking about giving a restaurant a free bag of fries. So the distributor is the person who's doing it. All right, last one. When the jury sentenced the murderer to be executed, the retribution was considered just. What do you think that word retribution means? All right, if you said a retribution is a punishment that's given, you are correct. We're talking about a jury. If anybody knows what a jury is, they're the people who, come up with the punishment for people who do crimes. So in this case, the jury provided a punishment, okay, and it was considered okay based on, the fact that that was a murderer who was on trial. All right, good job, guys. If you look back at our agenda, we've done our warm-up, we've done our vocab, so I'm going to hop on to Schoology, and we're going to talk about your other 2 assignments for today. So, on Schoology, you will see that I've updated the folder. We've got week of 9/28. You're going to hop into Tuesday, and you'll see that our learning targets are, I will review media vocabulary, and I will close read the video Apache Girls Write a Passage. So, your success criteria by today, you should be able to define at least 3 media vocabulary words, at least 3. There's only 5, so we're only shooting for 60%, but because this is the first time we've talked about them, I just want to see what you can do. And then you're also going to use that Think Rich strategy that we used a couple weeks ago to close read a video on the Savvis platform, and that is Apache Girls Rite of Passage. So you are participating in this lesson using the video. You're going to complete the media vocabulary match, and then we're going to close read that video Apache Girls Rite of Passage using the Think Rich strategy. So if you click on the media vocab match, mine's going to look a little bit different, so I'm going to click preview so you can see what yours looks like. So you're going to start a new attempt. You've got 6 media vocabulary words. You are going to match the word to its definition. So the definitions are here. You'll pull them up. When you're finished, you'll click review and then finish, and then it'll tell you your score. All right, just something quick, fun, easy to see what you know. And then we're going to head down to the Apache Girl Think Rich activity. The Think Rich strategy is the same thing that we use to close read medicine bag. So again, we've got our learning targets here and our success criteria, and then we've got the full Think Rich strategy. So when you log in, up at the top, you're going to see assignment and then my document. You'll click my document, and then it'll pop up, and you'll go ahead and open the Think Rich document itself. Now, the Apache Girls Rite of Passage is a video, and it's on the Savvis platform. So what you'll do is you'll log into Clever. And I'm going to log into Savvis. Remember, you click the Savvis Realize button, and then click on Classes. Under your classes, you'll see Apache Girls Rite of Passage. I'm going to click Preview. And fingers crossed it should pop up. Remember, we're not fooling with these over here, but you'll see that this is a non-print text. It's a video. So this is going to go by a little bit more quickly than it did with the medicine bag, and we don't have to fool with any direct annotations, but this is where our Think Rich graphic organizer comes in. Guys, remember, before you even start reading, okay, we're going to tackle the T, H, and the I of the Apache Girls Rite of Passage. So we want to think about what the title is, what the title reminds us of. We want to think about if there's any headings. Okay, this is a video, so there's probably not any headings. And then what features caught our attention? Remember, we just did our media vocabulary. So those are some of the features that are going to catch our attention. And then as we watch, we can add to the images, and then we can add vocabulary, and we can add our questions that we have after watching it through one time. And then we'll restart the video, and then after the video or during the video, we'll answer, the rich part of the graphic organizer. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and open my graphic organizer, and I'm going to bounce back and forth between the 2 pages. So mine looks a little flaky. I'm going to move this a little bit. Maybe not. All right, so what is the title and what does it remind you of? So right off the bat, I see Apache Girls Rite of Passage, and I see this title as 2 different pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Apache Girl, and then I'm going to put Rite of Passage, because those are 2 different things that strike me 2 different ways. So first off, Rite of Passage, we've been talking about that since the beginning. A Rite of Passage, I know, is a milestone that signifies major growth or maturity. Now, if I think back to rites of passage that we talked about, getting a driver's license. If I think back to the medicine bag, I think back to the launch text, in Red Roses, Lila decided to put, somebody else's feelings in front of her own. And she also did the right thing without being told by her mom. And if I think back to Martin and his rite of passage, he received an item of tradition. Whoops. Goodness. Okay, so those are just some of the rite of passages that I think of. So obviously this person who the video is about is going to go through a rite of passage. Now the other part is Apache girl, okay? So an Apache girl sounds like a Native American tribe. Okay, so it's probably going to tie into some traditions. Just like in the medicine bag. And then I'm going to put no headings because it is a video. Now, as I start playing the video, if there are headings embedded into the video, I can go back and change this. Alright, so right off the bat, I see a girl, and it does look like she's in Native American garb. So I am just going to write down Native American girl. I'm also going to write down that there's a play, pause, and tracker because this is a video. Okay. Now, as I play this video, I'm going to continue filling out for the first time the images that caught my attention, the vocabulary that I hear, and then any questions that I have. And when I replay it for a second time, I'm going to fill out this rich portion, okay? Remember, when you are finished, you will exit out of the document, and up at the top, when you're in My Document, there'll be a button over here that says Submit. I cannot wait to see what you write. Remember, this is 10 points. Please do not forget to click Submit. See you guys tomorrow.